Good afternoon and welcome to the West Virginia University Coliseum. At this time, we ask that you turn your cell phones to silent. Please note the exits in your section. In an emergency, event staff will direct you to the concourse. Thank you. Today, we honor West Virginia University's 2017 August and December graduates, 147 years after Marmaduke H. Dent became the university's first graduate and alumnus. Please welcome West Virginia University's candidates for graduation. The School of Dentistry is represented by a lilac banner carried by Dr. Christina DeBias, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. The College of Law is represented by a purple banner carried by William Rhee, Professor of Law, and is led by Dr. Gregory Bowman, William J. Mayer, Jr., Dean and Professor of Law. The School of Medicine marches behind a green banner carried by Dr. Michelle Costas, Assistant Professor and Director of the Pathologist Assistant Program, and is led by Dr. Clay Marsh, Vice President and Executive Dean for Health Sciences, and Dr. Mary Beth Mandich, Vice Dean and Chairperson for Physical Therapy. The College of Physical Activity and Sports Sciences marches behind a teal banner carried by bachelor's degree candidate Madison Krieger and is led by Dr. Dana Brooks, Dean and Professor of Physical Education. The School of Nursing marches behind an apricot-colored banner carried by Dr. Lisa Anaga, Associate Dean for Academics, and is led by Dr. Tara Halsey, Dean and E. Jane Martin Endowed Professor. The Davis College of Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Design marches behind a burnt orange banner carried by Paul Lewis, Professor Emeritus and Director of Outreach, and is led by Dr. Daniel Robeson, Dean. The School of Pharmacy marches behind an olive-colored banner carried by Dr. Mary Stamatakis, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs and Educational Innovation, and is led by Dr. Bill Petros, Gates Wigner, Dean. The School of Public Health marches behind a salmon-colored banner carried by Bachelor of Science candidate Kenna Balducci and is led by Dr. Jeff Coben, Dean and Associate Vice President for Health Affairs. The College of Creative Arts marches behind a pink banner carried by John W. Hendricks III, Associate Dean, and is led by Dr. Keith Jackson, Interim Dean. The College of Education and Human Services marches behind a light blue banner carried by Dr. Patricia Haught, Assistant Professor of Education Psychology, and is led by Dr. Gypsy Denzine, Dean. The Benjamin M. Statler College of Engineering and Mineral Resources marches behind an orange banner carried by Master's Candidate Bolohan Bugsy Adowu and is led by Dr. Eugene Salento, Glenn H. Heiner Dean and Professor of Chemical and Biomedical Engineering, and Dr. David Wyrick, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. The Reed College of Media marches behind a crimson banner carried by Dr. Gia Presgrove, Assistant Professor, and is led by Dean Marianne Reed. And now, please welcome members of the Platform Party. Chairman Bill Wilmuth and members of the West Virginia University Board of Governors. Provost Joyce McConnell and the Senior Academic Administration of West Virginia University. Wesley G. Bush, today's commencement speaker and honorary degree recipient. Grand Marshal Chad Proudfoot, Program Coordinator with the WVU Extension Service, carrying the University Mace. And Dr. E. Gordon Gee, President of West Virginia University. Please rise for the singing of our national anthem, performed by bachelor's candidate Garrett Shepard.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing for the singing of the Alma Mater.
Our alma mater, the home of mountain years, sing we of thy honor, everlasting through the years. Our alma mater, we pledge in song to you. Hail, all hail our alma mater, West Virginia, you.
You may be seated.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Oh, come on, let's get, he gets a great thrill out of pounding that damn thing, I can tell you. So on behalf of West Virginia University's faculty, staff, and students, our Board of Governors and administration, I am Delighted to welcome you to our December commencement ceremony. This is one of the most important moments in our university's life. And in our graduates' lives, it's transformational. In fact, it is virtually a gateway to an alternative dimension. Remember in the first episode of Stranger Things, when Will turns onto Mirkwood and gets his first look at the Demogorgon, nothing would ever be the same again, and nothing will be the same for you now. Whether you are entering the world of work or starting graduate study, you are bound to encounter stranger things out there than you have expected up to now. But starting your journey here at our university was probably a little scary too, and you rose to the task. And along the way, you learned to subdue any monster that stands between you and our goals. Yes, in the days ahead, you may feel alone sometimes. You may struggle about what to do next and how to survive in this chaotic world that truly feels at times like upside down. But remember when Bob told Will that he had to confront his deepest fears? Well, that was terrible advice for him, but it's great advice for you, because your West Virginia University education is a kind of magic that will guide you through all life's quests. As a graduate, you carry with you a global perspective, a passion for service, a pioneering spirit, an innovative drive to succeed, and a tireless work ethic. You go forward with amazing mentors, lifelong friends, a ton of gold and blue paraphernalia, and many indelible memories. So I will not send you out into this great big world without the benefit of my wisdom as well. Since I am one of the few things standing between you and your degree, I will limit myself to a few quick rules to live by. First, obey the better angels of your nature. Never stop trying to get your message across, even if you must use strands of flashing lights. Take risks. Good judgment comes from experience, and a great deal of that comes from bad judgment. Keep in touch with your old friends and stop Snapchatting and Instagramming long enough to make new ones. Remember, friends do not lie, friends take care of each other, and friends do not let friends end up like Barb. I'm working on this stuff here, okay? Always check the contents of the bag before you leave the drive-through window. To be at your best, make choices that maximize your physical and mental fitness. In other words, egos are not the staple of a healthy diet. Never stop trying new things and gaining new skills. Go through life with a to-learn list as well as a to-do list. Know that hate is the real mind flayer. So pop any ideological bubble enclosing you and absorb a wide variety of perspectives. People who can think, reason, and debate are the ultimate antidote to incivility and outrage. Keep strong bonds with your family, the people who love you even when you've made mistakes. Interview your mother to find out what her favorite recipe was as a child, then make it for her. Appearances matter in the work world, so do not wear yoga pants to a job interview. And if you need some help with your hair, remember Fabergé Organics. Use the champagne and conditioner, and when your hair is damp, not wet, do 4 puffs of Farrah Fawcett spray. Forgive your enemies. It messes with their heads. Let your gold and blue spirit shine, showing potential students that they can create a brilliant future here. The flying WV is not just a logo, but a friend magnet. Because as soon as you display it, even in the most unlikely and out-of-the-way places, you will hear voices calling, "Let's go, Mountaineers." Growing up does not mean you cannot act like a kid now and then, so don't be afraid to bust out of your 11 cosplay outfit. Finally, and above all, and most importantly, be true to yourselves. My success as university president has not come from hiding what makes me different, although I get tired of being asked if I'm Orville Redenbacher. It's true. It has come from embracing my differences and embracing others' unique perspectives and strengths. I hope each of you will do the same. As a character on a certain Netflix series once said, "Nobody normal ever accomplishes anything meaningful in this world." Embrace your unique gifts and your unique power to make a difference. So keep your eyes open to new vistas, keep your ears open to new voices, and keep your heart open to all life's wondrous and strange possibilities. Now, ladies and gentlemen, would Wes Bush, Gene Salento, Dean of the Statler College of Engineering and Mineral Resources, and Matt Valente, Faculty Senate Chair, please join me at the seal for the presentation of our honorary degree. Dr. Bush will give the keynote after the presentation. After what industry experts call a meteoric rise, West Virginia native Wes Bush became Chief Executive Officer and President of global security leader Northrop Grumman in 2010. From his first day in that role, he proved willing to demolish that most powerful roadblock to success, the way things have always been done. For more than 60 years, the company had been based in Los Angeles, but Wes announced that it would move to Washington, D.C., closer to its customers in the U.S. government. A determination to make the right decisions, even when they are hard decisions, defines his leadership approach. Wes earned his bachelor's and master's degree in electrical engineering from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He serves on the board of directors of Norfolk Southern Corporation and several nonprofit organizations, including the Aerospace Industries Association and the Business Higher Education Forum. As a fearless innovator, a wise businessman, and a socially conscious citizen, he is an excellent role model for our graduates and for all of us. So Wesley G. Bush, on this day, December 15, 2017, in recognition of your distinguished career, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you the honorary degree of engineering, honoris causa, with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. Give him a round of applause, would you please?
Well, thank you, Dr. Gee. He is a hard act to follow, I will tell you that. But I really appreciate this honorary degree, and I'm delighted to have the opportunity to speak with all of you today. WVU is a very special place for me and for my family. My wonderful wife, Natalie, graduated from the School of Nursing. Any nurses here today? All right. And her father was a professor here for many years. Natalie is here today, and she joins me in congratulating the graduates, their families, and their friends. So for today's graduating Mountaineers, let me start by saying yours is no small achievement. For years now, you have learned and labored, studied and sacrificed, tested yourselves, celebrated each other when you prevailed, and consoled each other when you came up short. You have sweated and adapted, and you have worked and worked and worked. Doesn't it feel great to be graduating? Yeah, I remember that feeling. It was a while back, but I know it feels great. Well, while it feels great, today is not the finish line. It is actually the starting gun. And that is great news. But it's great news that carries a mandate for each of you. Almost 4 decades have gone by since I graduated from high school here in Morgantown. And I will tell you that the passage of those years has seen unbelievable advances in virtually every dimension of human existence. Not just science and engineering, perhaps the fields that come to mind first when we think about advances. Not just medicine, another field that comes to mind readily when we think about advances. Most people are familiar with the many innovations in those areas, but there also have been incredible innovations in media, for example, with the creation and utilization of social media in its many forms, innovations in agriculture with the development of drought and disease-resistant crops, innovations in law with breakthroughs in forensics, document management, digitized legal research, and legal theory itself. Innovations in the arts with the explosion of access, inexpensive production methods, and connectivity of artists to audiences everywhere, all afforded by the computing revolution. Just think of how all of these innovations have benefited humanity. Yet what is exciting for all of us is that the pace of innovation will only continue to increase. And the engine of innovation is change. Change in the needs of people, change in new understanding that affords and directs new innovations, change in the tools that are available to create those needed innovations. Change and innovation go hand in hand. Whatever the major in which you are graduating, the contributions to the world that you will make within your discipline are directly related to the vitality of change. There can be no progress without it. And here's one more thing to keep in mind. When we think of innovation, we tend to see different technology in our mind's eyes. But all at its most elemental is not just the technology. Innovation starts not with the technology, but with people. And more directly, it starts with the very qualities that make people so incredibly unique. It starts with striving, dreaming, analyzing, theorizing, and adapting. And it starts with each of you, and with the same determination that saw you through the years of effort that we are here to celebrate today. For innovation to continue to translate into improvements in the human condition, it is not so much technologies that need to keep changing as it is people who need to keep adapting. Whether you dream of a new vaccine or a groundbreaking choreography, it is your adaptivity to change that will determine the arc of human progress, determine whether that arc keeps climbing or levels off and begins to decline. This is why I said a few moments ago that your work is not done. It will never be done. And I also said that it's good news. And believe me, it is incredibly good news. You will find few things in life as satisfying as hard work on new innovations that hold the promise of great benefit. But the price you pay for that satisfaction is energy, courage, and adaptability. Inertia and complacency are your enemies. I can't promise you that adapting to changes that you will face will be in any way comfortable. I can, however, offer you a method of dealing with that discomfort, and it's simply this. Always stay firmly planted on your foundation of morals and ethics. If your code is a good one, it will always be a constant. The civil engineers among you might refer to this idea as getting down to bedrock. Any civil engineers here today? All right. Your moral and ethical code is your bedrock. Amidst all the change you will face in your life, if you plant your actions on a strong code of morals and ethics, it will never vary or fail you. And its very stability will allow you to make a virtue of the uncertainty that accompanies change. So never stop learning, never stop striving, never stop dreaming. And when you see change on the horizon, don't flinch. Rejoice that you can see it. Don't hide from it, turn toward it, and charge. But do so with your feet firmly planted on the bedrock of your own moral and ethical code. I believe the result of doing so will be what I wish for each of you today: health, happiness, prosperity, and lifelong innovation and creativity. Again, congratulations, Mountaineers.
Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy a performance of Simple Gifts.
'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, To bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn, turn will be our delight, till by turning, turning we come round right. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight.
And now, please welcome to the podium Joyce McConnell, West Virginia University's Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we begin the recognition of our graduates, I invite the dean of each school or college to come forward as his or her degree candidates approach the stage to join President Gee and me in congratulating the class of 2017. President Gee, I present to you the young men and women who fulfill the requirements for graduation from West Virginia University.
And now the candidates for graduation from the School of Medicine. Brandon Christopher Jones. Douglas B. Learn. Dominique Simone Johnson. Chestia Long. Alyssa Luketic. Carissa M. Cooper Marler. Amantha Michaelopoulos Martin. Gina Martin. Alicia Martini. Tara Orndorff. Van Tao Pham. Jennifer Carol Todd. Marissa Lee Fletcher. Corey DeCenzo. Justin Robert Sharp, Adrian Serbaugh, Stephanie Philby, Lydia Julia Solden, Sean T. Anderson, Hannah Marie Brown, Chase Anthony Miglor, Benjamin E. Umpoolby, Joanna Marie Beaver, Jessica Marie Mestreda, Thomas Palmer Stanley, John Smith, Daniel Casey Toner, Joshua Adam Vickery, Justin Wainscott, and now the candidates for graduation from the School of Nursing. Christina Menking Hoget, Jessica Renee Tennant, Abigail Grace Arts, Corey Lee Barton, Elizabeth Nicole Burgess, Jordan Elizabeth Butler, Melissa Rochelle Cook, Elizabeth Majean D. Egidio, Heidi Marie Dunn, Rachel Elizabeth Felt, Garrett Logan Fisher, Natalie Marie Fisher Perez, Taylor Elizabeth Gilbert, Holly Gray, Andrea Renee Hudson, David Andrew Irvin, Caitlin Volton Isaacs, Elizabeth Ann Coleman, Maria Antonia Martino, Stephanie Masters, Marseille Melissa McBeam, Katie Ann Messenger, Sarah Catherine Miller, Maria Savannah Mullen, Francis Edward Ohouse III, Kayla Peck, Geminis Yvette Pena, Hannah Elizabeth Pino, Catherine Elizabeth Sammons. Courtney Scarlato. Nicholas Isaiah Stewart. Sarah Surak. Brandy Denise Tatterson. Michelle Kate Tucker. Christopher Vance. Nancy Jane Voigt. Jessica Warnick. Kelsey Welsh. Bethany Shane Wheeler. Olivia Dawn Workman. And now, the candidates for graduation from the School of Public Health. Riyadh Al-Hazmi. Lauren Michelle Gurchowski. Kenna Balducci. Alexa Kylie Bean. Dinah Kaylee Catterton. Alexandra Nicole Frankowski. Natasha Latia McKenzie. Adriana Judith Potter. Lauren Renee Risser. Lourdes Sandoval. Nicole Verna. And now, the candidates for graduation from the College of Creative Arts. Ashiria Fukiat. Emily Drennan. Christopher Thomas Morlock. Jose Fernando Ramirez Macias. Jeffrey Garrett Shepard. Shayla Nicole Martin. Connor Matthew Durko. Allison Kendall Elliott. Jonathan Ryan Perkey, Haley Richard, Christy Lee Roberts, Jessica Lee Rush, Shelby Lynn Rush, Mallory Paige Burka, Lindsay Renee Hypes, Cody Michael Kearns, Zachary Vincent Donato, Carrie Marie Sullivan, Megan Marie Grindle, Martha Claire West, and now the candidates for graduation from the College of Education and Human Services. Nicole Obarto Trainer. Tina Ann Cowger. Jason Andrew Noland. Amanda Akerd Vira. Aaron Timmons Goodson. Drake Allen Orsburn. Lucinda Hyatt Kibler Copley. Caitlin Nicole McClure. Jessica Ann Gary. Hillary Beth Henry. Ashley Nicole Kearns. Michaela Lorraine Chris. Courtney Miles. Jacqueline Stamilli. Stephanie Marie Burt. Alexa Elizabeth Cecil. Ashlyn Nicole Schultz. Kimberly D. Cudado. Elizabeth Rochelle Spiker. Gloria Kristen Chafin. Alexa Joanne Hanna. Chad Bentley Cowell. Kendra Joy LaRue. Dana Michelle Skurbetz. Michael J. Leshko. Kismet Elaine Chandler. Jamie Snyder. Kristen Gabrielle Wandling. Chad Joseph Onifer. Chelsea Marie Wilson. Catherine Skillman. Megan Rose Green. Jacob Patton Nadeau. Emily Dawn Green. Catherine Laurel Shivry. Emily J. McKee. Miranda Nicole Marchetti. Sumata Saivakumar. Shelby Jean Kennel. Haley Nicole Loris. Lydia Nicole Walters. Renee Elise Green. Krista Gay Shanice Chantal Taylor. Veronica D. Patterson. Hillary Elizabeth Loretta. Joseph Stanley Piacek. Marissa Camilla Sensabaugh. Priscilla K. Curry. Peter Allen. Nicholas Stephen Antonetti. Kimberly Lee Barr. Lucas Bragg. Jacqueline Page Braham. Jamie Lee Byers. Sasha Dawn Danbury. Melanie Sue Dolan. Ryan Dotson. Hannah Vashti Flanagan. Nancy Elizabeth Goodpasture. Joseph Andrew Harum Jr. Ashley Nicole Hutchins. Diana Michelle Montz. Lucy Lynn Odell. Eric Michael Park. August Hoyt Parker. Amandine Pierre Lewis. Barbara Lynn Porter. Kayla Riley. Naylisa Robinson. Matthew John Rumshock. Logan Michael Snyder. Jason Straughter. Gail Lynn Van Houten. Coral Ann Watts. Denise E. Moulton. Laura Andrea Vasquez Lopez. And now the candidates for graduation from the Reed College of Media. Nancy Fabiola Gonzalez. Catherine Ann Jones. Yvette Bugarini Minor. Perry Morgan Jr. Heather Ann Lahassett. Charmas P. Baylock. Philip Bradley Carter. Daniel Joshua Carosa. Teresa Marie Compton. Anthony Michael Dobies. Sarah Ann Ferguson. Laura Jean Hammond. Meredith Ann Johnson. Lillian Askins Lalo. Sophia Lenny. Allison Elizabeth Mercer. Tommy Lee Morgan. David Daniel Ryan. Nicole Nita Salapak. Ashley Lauren Santor. Katie Hillisland Shoup. Morgan Ashley Smith. Emily Suzanne Snodgrass. Danielle Elizabeth Stemple. Andrew James Stofleff. Hannah Marie Weigel. Jessica Marie Cross. Brittany Jones. Devin Logwood Kessler. Casey Reed Davis. Carly Lauren Hawkins. Labria Jessica Morris. Daniel Francis Blair. Katie Coyne. Elizabeth Ann Haynes. Neil Richard Madovan. James David Mason. Andrew Paul Wasick. Alexandra Lee Henderson. David Agostino Cipollini. Macy Robles. Haley Elizabeth Collins. Kayla Nicole Napper. Cody Patrick Forrester. Shelby McKenna Collinson. Benjamin Eugene Camaletti. Javon Blackwell. Nicole Elizabeth Barron. Myra Jo Coleman. Leah Nicole Blaney. Sydney Corbett. Alex Dudich. Madison Retton. Jessica Leanne Foreman. Brendan James Fox. Catherine Claire Galetta. Holly Danielle Green. Delaney Moore Harrell. Sarah Wynn Hune. Alex Bryson Jarvis. Tania Janae Jeffers. Stephen Kaplan. Jacob Richard Klettner. Braxton Bradford Lacey. Raven Mackenzie Lamp. Victoria Ann Mackey. Tyler Michael Marks. Mina Eve Michkowski. Keely Adara Newbold. Carla Virginia Portillo. Amanda Nicole Prisball. Eva Michelle Radcliffe. Jordan Andrew Rodriguez. Carrie Shade. Jamie Ann Shrewsbury. Alfonso Smith Jr. And now, the candidate for graduation from the College of Law, Matthew Kenneth Stiles. And now the candidates for graduation from the College of Physical Activity and Sports Sciences. Salu Bolde. Danny Lee Bunnell III. Kelly Owens. Matthew Michael Scalora. Jonathan Paul Wangren. Jordan Ryan Ianshaw. Rebecca Ray Boscheman. Natalie Sharp. Christy Carolyn Carosa. Chelsea Fetzko. Elizabeth Faith Zagir. Jackson Davis Bouchong Taylor. Madison Kathleen Krieger. Emily Ann DePoy, Tori Ann Devine, Anna Kathleen Broadwater, Robin Nicole Markowski, Andrew Michael Buckley, Yasser Mohammed, Luke E. Metter, Alec Edmund Schwartz, Alexa Brianna Goldberg, Benjamin Arthur Selzer, Sydney Olivia Burns, Connor Owen Roy, Mitch Donachie, Julian Light, Anthony Chase Perry, Matthew Terry Anderson, Erin Elizabeth King, Allison Marie Krismanich, Carly Elizabeth Moore, Jared Tyler Barty, Deshaun Stevens, Dustin John Williamson, Michael Madorma, and now the candidates for graduation from the Davis College of Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Design. John William Boney. Brian Gregory Glover. Megan Jensen. Kelly Morgano. Ariel Nicole Bergeron. Sapana Bastola, Yadav Sapkoda, Felix Umazamid Akharum, Arathi Naresh Gouda, Eric Kahlberg, Aisha Hamad Al Makbali, Jessica Ann Hoover, Tanner Matthew Campbell, Hayden Catherine Hollingsworth, Callie Moles, Sarah Elizabeth Victoria Manning, Allison Marie James, Elijah Cole Wellman, Anthony Brooks, Mackenzie Lane Ivory, Tori Lane Poole, Alexis Hope Book, Jonathan Mengaluzzi, Dakota Lewis Reedy, Victoria Caitlin Epling, Kirsten Lamar Flory, Marissa Frazee, Courtney Alexandra Kerr, Haley Michelle Law, Reagan Michelle Nichols, Catherine Elizabeth Prush, Catherine Spencer, Kelsey Lynn Van Sickle, Alexis Rose Whitaker, Mariah Haley Fabian, Lauren Marie Mangiel, John Fergus O'Rourke, Anna Alexandra Sansalone, Bethany Schiffbauer, Gary Ashanti Trumbo Murray, Michael Ashiotis, Sean Berger, Robert John Sperling, Frederick Ball III, Nicholas Coben Hogue, Matthew Thomas Dawkins, Alexander Joseph Lazaro, Rachel Slappy, Susanna Abigail Foster, Zachary Noah Spencer, Michaela Marie Hildreth, James Daniel McLean, Heather Suzanne Blackwell, Ashley Evelyn Goodell, Tyrissa Jean Salmon, Patrick Harrison Whitehouse, Caitlin Rochelle Vaughn, Thomas Charles Sakella, Jane Elizabeth Wills, Caitlin Renee Dennelsbeck, John Lawrence Moore, Kirkland L. Shriver, Kyle Joseph Del Cambre, Justin Michael Riggs, Jeffrey Max Saltarelli, Corey David Van Bibber, Melissa Ann Ziegler, Kayla Brand, Samuel Wild Burns, Amber Chapman, Caleb Cheney Fazenbaker, William McKay Fleming III, Logan Michael Klingler, Darian Lorelei Lucas Lipner, Thomas Migliori, Garrett Reed Richardson, Michael Scherpenberg, Haley Nicole Snyder, and now the candidates for graduation from the Benjamin M. Statler College of Engineering and Mineral Resources. Dongyang Deng, Terry Richard Ferret III, Brandon Kelly, Maria Alejandra Torres Arango, Cullen Boyle, Zi Wa Lu, Corey Lee Gibbs, Yuri Lira Santos, Marissa Alexandra Poltney, Forrest Pritt, Mohammed Tamim Zaki, Serinavas Garapati, Saad Al-Ramzi, Jonathan Itchner, Matthew James Payshol, Abu Hasnat Mohammed Rubayat, Soma Sviranvaspura Devaraha, Tanjan Tahir Toma, Benji Liu, Samuel Dare Fasanu, Akintunde S. Akanyemi, Shijon Chen, Kevin Sivaneri, Rowan Alkandari, Gabulahan Alawali Iduo, Christopher Michael Nestor, Zachary Tyler Eichelberger, Laura Joy Ordaz, Jumana Aldewan, Amanda Parrish, Frederick Eric Nelson III, Cyril Naipower. James Olusegun Ogunyemi. Brianna Stutchell. Sarah Catherine Whalen. Monica Ann Daggett. Christopher Langford. Abimbola Aladepupo Aladoyan. Kelsey Brianne Baker. Mohit Chandra Achayera. Timothy Richard Stephen Matus. Susan Spangler. Sindhu Vempati. Timothy Michael Beer. Riker Pratt Bowles. Robert William Breimer. Gordon Tyler Gray. Brent Andrew Horner. Levi Hubbard. Joel Christopher Lindsay. Connor Vincent McCaffrey. Andrew Paxson Melcher. Matthew David Nesland. Nathaniel Clayton Nicholas. Mitch Nader Nicola. Robert Sean Temke. Colton Turner. Sarmad Al-Kamis. Chelsea Danielle Collins. Elena Nicole Patchen. Megan Tyler Wilbur. Jeremy Ronald Smith. Caitlin Marie Kosar. Megan Elizabeth Porter. Michael DeYoung. Dana S.K.H.M. Almatrock. Myra Al-Shawarzi. Abdullah Arif. Nicholas Anthony Cassell. Alexander Bradley Cottrell. Zainab Dashti. Ali Jafar Al-Sabi. Oakley Tyler Fissel. Hunter Fitzgerald. Drew Gatlin. Emily Rose Gordon. Kevin William Growell. Derek Hammond. Nicholas Alexander Harrison. Patrick Jeffrey Hicks. Wyatt Lee Horning. Aaron Kale. Shannon Lohr. Patessa Mahe. Aziz Mansour. Tyler Douglas Miller. Evan John Myers. Michael David Palkovic. Jordan Christopher Queen. Daniel Taylor. Alilaith Al-Amili. Logan James Elastanos. Majid Abdullah Al-Namani. Matthew Austin Henderson. William Jared Holtzinger. Ahmad Kamal. James Moffett. Trevor Vance Russell. Maha Al-Haddad. Tanner Davison Ganser. Saeed Ali Garib. Hannah Grace Gilbert. Joshua Thomas Marossi. Benjamin Robert Smith. Travis Jared Witten. Bertrand Edward Wilichko. Dylan Taylor Yount. Rabab Almari. Murtada Aljama. Grant Dewan. Cody Vincent Huffman. Jacob Alexander Jesenowski. Ethan Daniel Marshall. Nicholas Robert Miles. Jason Patrick Schaefer. Brian P. Sizemore. Benjamin Scott Weimer. Michael DiGregorio. Chad Morton Self. Kyle William Wall. Corey Logan Whitlatch. Kenneth James Butler. Nathan Roy Utzman. Salim Al-Jufi. Ali Deal. Maha Al-Yaqoubi. Mohammed Abdullah Al-Otabi. Asama Faiz Al-Senin. Omar Hamed Al-Sayabi. Alexis Dawn Botterbush. Matthew Patton Burdett. Tomas Miguel Fernandez. Donald Joel Fields III. Cameron Joseph Griza. Julia Ann Hadjilakis. Sarah Bernadette Law. Michael Charles Malecki. Sever Rochelen. Kennedy Jane Skaggs. Sarah Wojtowicz. Marcus Allen Thompson. Stephen Charles Thompson. Connor Robert Troxell. Wassam Ahmed Al-Gadhib. Nico Giovanni Antonio. Marwa M. Atawa. Sean Laporte. Douglas Owens. Michael Francis Scully. Christopher Henry Sharon. Ahmed Kamis Al-Harazi. Cameron Samuel Allen. Haiti Al-Ridwan. Corey Bingham Bartlett. Matthew Allen Bartrug. Daniel Bolick. Ethan Richard Boyd. Kyle Jacob Brewster. Connor Castle. Abigail Lynn Caton. Austin Paul Davis. Brian Nicholas Dole. Randy James Dreyer Jr. Derek A. Earl. Matthew Eberspeaker. Tommaso Antonio Folino. Robert George. Mary Lynn Hamrick. Matthew Elliott Hergenroder. Kyle Herring. Nicholas Ray Janatolo. Harrison Alexander Lowe. Jared McDaniel. Sarah Ann Mills. Michael Todd Knopfsinger. John Adam Phillips. Kyle William Robertson. Cole Michael Sabatka. Dustin Kyle Trent. Zachary Turner. Ryan M. Wade. Rowan Aljadi. Esra Qatar. Khalifa Al-Jukali. Mahdi Abdullah Al-Salbak. Samuel Chiquetti. Habtamu Mengesha Ajgo. Tyler Grant Schnars. Mewal Simon. Gregory James Parker Jr. Sergio Real. William Grant Talbot. Renata Castiglione. Jonathan Tyler Verissimo. Connor Allen Yoho. Wyatt Daniel Dishler. Shamsa Alharthi. Aaron Babulal. President Gee, this concludes the presentation of the candidates for graduation.
There's a lot of noise up there. The degrees haven't been. Oh, there we go. There we go. Well, it's time for me to use my powers to confer your degrees. Let's have all the parents and family members of today's graduates please stand and accept our thanks. Will all the family members, parents, everyone, please stand. So, thank you very much. You're a noisy bunch. First time I've ever had the audience louder than the students. Anyway, it's great. Your faculty members are also proud of you. They have opened your minds, broadened your horizons, and strengthened your abilities. Our faculty is like Mr. Clark times 2,000. Would West Virginia University's faculty members please stand and be recognized? Our faculty colleagues here. So now, graduates, it's up to you. Whether you are preparing to continue your education or start your career, you can go as far as your dreams take you. Along the way, hold your Mountaineer flag very high. Tell people about our university, because active in the Alumni Association is a great thing to do, which has chapters throughout the world. It's worth it for the food alone. They have crab feasts and pig roasts, for goodness sakes, and West Virginia University is growing and advancing. So keep in touch with us online and visit campus often. You can have the fun of telling students what the university was like in the good old days. I will in turn be following your progress. I cannot wait to see what your next quest will be. Your time at West Virginia University has changed you. Now it is time for you to start changing our world. As Mountaineers, you know that when the class asks, should I stay or should I go now, there's only one right answer, and that is let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please stand? Now, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you the degrees for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. As West Virginia University's newest graduates, you may move your tassels to the left side of your cap as a symbol of your achievement. Congratulations.
Please remain standing, graduates. The university marshals will release you in an orderly manner after the platform party exits the floor.
almost heaven. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eyes. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning hours. She calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday, Lord, yesterday. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home.